Welcome to Look Behind the Look, the celebrated podcast that explores your favorite looks in film, television, and fashion history. Through conversations with the fashion world's elite and award-winning hair, makeup, and costume designers on sets around the world, you will see and hear exciting tales from behind the scenes, career origin stories, and tons of advice and tips. I'm your host, Tiffany Bartok. Hey everybody, welcome to Look Behind the Look. This week's episode is a lot of fun for me. I hope it's fun for you. I actually know it will be, because my guest you are probably following already. It's Erica Taylor, and we recently reconnected after decades. I'm being honest here. Decades. We were at an It Cosmetics event, my friend Eva Perry and I, and we were invited to, hear what they have going on there and meet the new makeup coach, who is Erica Taylor. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, oh my God, I know this girl. I know this woman. And lo and behold, of course, we were 20 together decades ago, and we worked the Mac counter at Bloomingdale's together, and we reminisced, which you will see a little bit more of here in this episode, talking about the 90s together. Well, it was the 2000s. And now Erica is everywhere all at once on Instagram and TikTok with over 1 million followers. And so this is our conversation about what she's doing with It Cosmetics. So enjoy this conversation. I know I did. Make sure you go to Substack too and subscribe. It's free. You can hear more about the It Cosmetics event that we were at the night that we reconnected. It was a lot of fun. Okay, here's our conversation. Hi, Erica.
Hey, so good to see you.
What the world doesn't know is I just saw your entire unboxing area, and I will never tell. I am already so jealous. You have a lot of work to do, it looks like. Yeah.
And my house and I don't really show my unboxing so much because I always feel like it's very like, look what I have.
You know what? I feel the same way about that. Yes, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, it's just very showy. And people ask, you don't do unboxings? And I'm like, I just feel like it's very showy. And also, like, I'm not a time waster. Like, if I don't like what I unbox, I don't want to show it.
That's a good idea. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I there's also the lazy people that just like they don't unbox. They just put the whole thing there and they pan it and they say, "Thanks, Dior." And I'm like,
Yeah,
"What? Okay, so you just showed me that you have a
got
connection
Dior.
and this is amazing."
That you're cooler than me. You just showed
Yeah,
me that you're cooler than me.
you just made me really mad.
I know. And people are like, oh, well, that's, so it's like, that's nice that you get that stuff. I don't have it. And I'm like, got it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love it. I also almost wore my Sex Pistols t-shirt to
Oh, you
this. So that's really funny. And speaking of things we have in common, let's get into what we discovered about each other the other night, which we were invited to.
So crazy.
My friend Eva and I were invited to the It Cosmetics party that you were hosting, and it was so amazing because I was like, she looks so familiar. She looks so familiar. And lo and behold, we connected over that amazing Mac counter that is the beginning
Wow.
of everything at Bloomingdale's, and
Bloomingdale's
realized,
59th Street. I mean, we're talking like 25 years ago.
yes,
25 years ago. That was so crazy. I kept saying you looked really familiar too. And then we had said where we worked before in our past. And we were like, wait, I'm sorry. When? What? And I was like, I knew you. We
oh,
worked that math calendar 25 years ago together. I mean,
it's and
it was like 99 or 2000.
It okay, so we did the math. I moved in 99 to New York, so I was begging to work at the Mac counter from like 2000 to 2001. So it could have been 2000 or 2001.
hmm
Yeah.
And then I went to Saks shortly after, but I
Mhm.
was the resident trainer there. I had come from Jersey, and then I was only there for about 6 months to a year, and then I was moved over to Saks. So
Okay.
we crossed paths for like 6 months, but that was good times.
Oh, it was great times. And I was telling you that I remembered that we would be so happy and annoyed when you would work because you would kill the sales. And we would be like, also, we'd be excited that we didn't have to work so hard when you were there.
And
Because,
then I used to fight over. Remember, we used to have the rotation,
yes.
and they would fight over like someone would get like a really big sale, and then the person after would just get a lipstick, and everybody would be so mad.
And there was always some kind of conspiracy about like you wanted to be friends with like the girl who did the checkout. So maybe she would like slip your number in there, your associate's number in there for like sales that didn't have a
Yeah, and
one
all I
aside.
did was like rotate. So I would just have a list,
Yeah.
and I didn't ring, so it would just be like just rotating. So whatever I had, you were like,
Yeah. I
you got that
love
good
it.
one. And I was
You
always,
did
you know,
it.
I was always a worker. Like I
Yes.
always, when everyone else was chatting, I was always busy working.
I know. I know. We wasted
Hmm.
a lot of time comparing, didn't we, over there in the little huddles? And like, yeah, I know. But those were the days. I mean, everybody hates to hear how great it was, but it was really,
It was. It was. You know,
truly
I started
great.
in like the late 90s. Before I'd come there, I
Mhm.
was in Roosevelt Field. So like I got in about
Oh, wow.
98, I think 97 or 98. So it was crazy. It was an amazing, amazing time to be a part of it.
Yes, it was. It was the highlight for sure. And then what happened, Erica? What happened from then to the now? Because you are, I mean, everywhere. People tell me since we connected, it was so funny. About three people told me that they live for your videos. And I don't know if it's just that I'm more in tune now, you know what I mean, that we connected. And like,
And you know, it's me.
yeah, well, yeah. And like, they're like, there's this woman who tells me what I should be doing. And she doesn't do it in a way that's like, like I'm doing everything wrong. She's super, and you're so like positive and helpful. And like, you don't treat things like you're doing it all wrong. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, I never want anyone to feel like that. Like I always think like I can't cook and I would need someone to like really explain to me.
Oh,
And like
yeah,
I'm
that's
the
good.
type like even when I would watch a movie growing up and like somebody would ask someone out and I knew they were going to be embarrassed, like it hurts me. Like I never want someone to feel bad. Like that's just
Mm,
not my vibe. I always say like
yeah.
my best strength is my empathy, but it's also like my worst weakness because you know, you can get taken advantage of when you're nice, but you know, the universe rewards kind.
I mean, do you find that you have a balance of that? Can you tell when you're being taken advantage of, or, is it
Oh
something that,
yeah, you know,
yeah.
over time, I was a young
Hmm.
manager. You know, when I met you,
Yeah.
I was probably a trainer
Yeah.
in overseeing when I was 21. So as
Yeah.
a young manager, and I always knew when someone would mistake my kindness for weakness. But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, I'm also a girl from Queens, so I will layeth the smacketh down.
You've got the
But
Leah remedy. Yes.
but it's my very last resort. Like I'd rather just
Mhm.
move on and be around positive people. Like
That's a
that's
good
just you know
attitude.
part of my journey. I always said I'll never let somebody's ugly take my nice.
Oh, I love that. I love
You know,
that.
that's their problem. That's not
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely. You can't
and
take it on.
so it's such a crazy journey. Like, I mean, you know, to become an influencer at 46 years old is
Yeah. Tell me about that.
so wild. So, you know, after I went to Saks, I stayed in Saks for years at a couple of different counters. I worked a lot of different, went from Laura Mercier to Trish McAvoy to was with Mac, Helena Rubinstein when they came in so many different.
God, do you remember that? It was in Soho, in the Soho store?
Well, no, I was at the counter, the resident artist at the counter in Saks, New
Oh,
York. So I did
wow.
that for a little while, and then I was at Bergdorf Goodman. I was everywhere, and my journeys led me to eventually I was opening up all the Ultas for It
Oh, I
Cosmetics
see.
after
Okay.
I was at like Benefit Cosmetics and at It Cosmetics. So it's such a crazy story that we met at the It Cosmetics event because now I'm the global coach for It Cosmetics, which is so full circle because I like ran, you know, their Northeast territory.
Amazing.
So
Okay, I
it's
got it. I got it.
yeah, and that's what brings me to Mac, and they were one of the first brands when I started influencing that reached out to me
Oh, I
to collab.
see.
Hmm.
Oh, and then what's that look like? What's that? What's an influencer collab look like? That's happening more and more and more and more. I
Yes.
mean, people think it's been happening for a long time, but really there is a business to it now. So
Oh
can
yeah.
you explain that to me a little bit?
Yeah. So what it is you know, it's a brand will come to you and they'll say, okay, whatever your following is, wherever you're speaking to,
Hmm.
we like your message.
Hmm.
Will you work with us?
Hmm.
You know, and it can be on a paid capacity
Hmm.
to show our product.
Hmm.
But then you have to be up to the influencer to say, I love this product.
Yeah.
I would do it for free.
Yeah.
So I'd absolutely love to collab. And for me, that's someone that's been doing, you know, makeup for 30 years. I feel like when someone's like, "Oh, did you paid to collab?" And I'm like, "Well, does a dentist get paid to like clean the teeth?" I feel like,
Right.
you know, we're experts and should be compensated in some way, but you have to also have a level of ethics.
Yes.
And I will not show a product that I do not like. And not that I'm saying I don't like it, I don't think it's for us, meaning my
Mm.
demographic, which is typically the bulk of it 35 and beyond, right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to ask me to collab with a certain like mattifying powder foundation, I'm going to say that's not for me, right? That's for somebody. It's not for me. So I turn down a lot more than I do because I have to feel like you, my sister, my friends. will buy any single thing that I talk about and I feel good about it, whether it's high or low.
I
So,
love
but,
that.
but, that's where the problem comes in with influencers now is that, you know, are they all that ethical? I don't know because I care what people put on their face because I've been doing it for 30 years and I want you to look beautiful. I want you to feel good. So I have to have like a 95% this will work. Why the other 5%? Because you don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Now, tell me, can you write that in? Can you know if you're going to cover it before you agree to collab?
Oh, absolutely. I will
Oh, see,
not agree. Most of my collabs come from an organic place
got
that
it.
I show the product. I love the product. The brand knows I love it. They reach out to me and say, hey, you love the product. We love you. We want to work together. Be 1000% you. Tell us what you like about the product and we'll work with you.
Got it.
So it's like when I first started, there'd be brands say, we want you to use this product. And I'm like, well, I never used it. So I can't say yes, I never used it. And if I don't like it, I'm not going to
I
you know
understand.
so you have to try it first, but I prefer when it comes from a real place of a product that I use, I love, it's part of my routine, and it's super authentic and organic, like authentic and organic, like it is with it.
Yeah.
Cosmetics, I love the brand. I know them. I have a history, so it's like it makes sense.
Yes, yes, and you understand all of the
The
iterations of it and where
culture,
it's going. The
everything, yeah.
culture. Yes. When you said something else that you said that was really interesting to me, you said they liked my messaging. So do you work on that messaging or does it just happen and you sort of hear like I always am curious, what comes first? The plan for your messaging or how it's received informs who you become?
I'm very super spontaneous.
Ah,
So my thing is like I touch, I feel, I love, I want to tell you.
ah,
I buy a new pair of shoes, I want to run and tell you. I
like that.
feel something new, this does this is amazing, I want to share it. But because we've been doing it for so long, and I know you were acting and you've done
Mm-hmm.
had your hands in so many
Yep.
things, I've stayed in this industry touching faces,
Hmm.
products for 30 years. So
Yes.
like I know what I feel a product, how it's going to perform, how I like it, will I like it? As soon as I touch it, I'm like yes or no.
Yes. Okay. Amazing. And I can attest to you being completely authentic because you haven't changed one bit. And you know what you like and you know what you don't like. And you never sold something. I never was a witness to you selling something that you didn't truly believe in. I can attest to all of that. And you
Or
can
I tell
probably
the clients, I'd be like, not that one.
yeah, exactly.
They're
Exactly.
like, do I need this one? I'm like,
No, 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 not for you. Oh my gosh. Okay. And you can probably attest to me leaving for my lunch breaks and going on an audition and not coming back and being like, wait, what? I did too come back. What do you mean? I was here. I wasn't
things.
I wasn't auditioning for the WB for 5 hours.
But I would have turned a blind eye because I also feel like, sometimes life is lifing. And
Yes, it's very
to tell
true.
someone you can't go pursue your dream because I need you to sell three more lipsticks,
Hmm.
right? Like
Yes, that happens.
you've got to
That's a
people
really good.
first.
Yes.
And I was,
Yes.
as a manager, I always peopled first because what I did for my people, they would do for me. And I said, you will never on
Mm,
my watch ever miss a holiday party because I've missed so many things in retail, so many kids'
right.
parties, so many of my family parties,
Sure.
so many major life events. And I always said to my team, if it's ever within my power, you will not miss any events, whether I have to personally cover for you myself. And I did. I used to cover on Sundays, used to cover on Saturdays. I would get in trouble by my higher ups because they'd be like, why are you there and not them? And I'm like, well, they had a christening that's
Right.
and that's important. Or
Yes,
their
yes,
kids'
yes.
graduation. Like I never wanted someone to miss a major life event to sell an eyeliner. Like
Right, 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 right. That's a great perspective. Yes. And tell me, is that what makeup coaching? What is makeup coaching? Like what is the title makeup coach mean?
so
Is
for a makeup coach with It Cosmetics,
mm-hmm.
my role with them, it's really going to be having hands-on with product developments, with the teams, with educating on the products, training how to use them, demonstrating on different models. So it's just taking everything I know and just kind of like putting it working in action. And I love that because, I've spent years when I say makeup trainer, that you knew me as a trainer at 20,
Yep,
right? And we would train how to do makeup techniques, but also
yep,
like how to sell the products and
yep.
how to make it how to make it relatable and understandable. Like, I
Mhm.
don't want to say like dumb it down, right? For the everyday client.
Right. Make it accessible for them. Yeah,
And not
exactly. Yeah.
scary. Take the mystery out, and like everybody should be able to feel like they can get their face together, look good, glowing in minutes. It doesn't have to be like a theatrical Broadway production.
Right. 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 What do you think about that actually? Like sometimes I have people who they want the trend to happen on their face. They want the TikTok trend to have been gone through and they want to see the steps and they want to go through the steps, but they do not need these steps. Like, what do you do in that
I just
situation?
say, you know what, there's clickbait. Things are clickbait. Like when
Yeah.
someone I was watching earlier, I was looking at blush hacks, and I'm like, we don't have to put on a face full of blush
Right.
to end up looking natural.
That's the thing.
Why are we working harder, not smarter?
Why?
I think it's just clickbait. I think it's
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah.
They're not teaching to teach. They're not real makeup artists. It's
Yeah.
the show. It's
Right.
the show. It's the they want to stop and watch and get a viral
Hmm.
video.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, if my viral video didn't teach you something that you could walk away with and really use, like what's it for? Like anyone can watch a viral video of someone just like tumbling down stairs or something, but it's like, are you smarter because of it? So if I watched a video where you put blush on your entire face, then you put concealer back over it, then
Oh
you
my
put
God,
foundation
yes.
back over it, then you put powder back over it, then you hosed it down with a matte setting spray, then you hosed it down with a glowing setting spray, all just to look natural. I'm like, so, or you could have just put
I hate
a dot
that.
of blush.
Yeah. I hate that. And also, P.S., that's not a hack. A hack makes things easier, doesn't it? I mean,
Exactly. A
okay.
hack supposed to be making things easier. That's like an anti-hack.
Oh my God, no, no, we do not want to add time to our routines, believe me. And what have you found, speaking of like, that's like, to me, that hack seems like something that a 25-year-old person, that's the limit, like 25 and younger would love to
I did
do.
the theatrical
Of
production and would take
course.
2 hours doing my makeup, and
Y-
now I don't have the energy,
Yeah,
patience, or time.
yeah.
Like I got like a 10-minute window. Like that's it.
When
7 minutes.
what do you think are the most important things to do in those 10 minutes?
Okay. Well, 60% skin prep, right?
Uh-huh.
At our age, you got to
Yep.
prep the skin because you could have the best
100%.
foundation in the world, but if you don't have the right skin prep, it's going to look terrible.
100%.
So I think exfoliate, hydrate like crazy. Really make sure you're using like I love it barrier creams. The new It Cosmetics
Yeah.
barrier cream is amazing.
Oh,
Something
really?
plumping. Oh yeah, and their confidence in a cream I've used for years is one of my favorite like
I've
moisturizer
used that
primers.
too. It's very good.
Ceramides. It has
Hmm.
ceramides. It has lipids. We need like fatty acids on our skin. The cushion,
Yes.
right? And then really for me it's like illuminating the skin,
Hmm.
lighter in here, and then warming up here will always make us look refreshed.
Right.
I'll put bronzer on the eyes before I will worry about a Lion King eyeshadow. Complexion to me, complexion to me is
Okay.
everything.
Yes. Yes. I mean, yours
And
is
concealer.
amazing.
Well, I have a lot of the
Concealer.
glow. That's that It Cosmetics, the new Do It All.
I
I
love
used
it.
it a little bit all over. Did you try that one?
Yes.
It's in my bag every day.
I use it all over as well.
All over.
I know it's good. It's good. It's good.
It's a good one. A good one, and the things that now there's so much more like good makeup with skincare in it. Like remember back in the day, it would
Oh,
be
yeah.
makeup, and then at the bottom, the very bottom of the list, it'd be like peptide.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I find that I saw something on Substack the other day that said like I don't know brands who are doing both skincare and makeup. Can you name them? And like the list was short of people chiming in. I said It Cosmetics because that's really where you guys are headed, right? Like I
They
mean, you've
pioneered.
already been there.
To me, they pioneered. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go back to it was even before I had my son who's 10. I probably say 12 years ago. It Cosmetics, when they came around, if not 15 years ago, they were the first to really use like
Yeah.
Korean technology. They used snail mucin in their original CC. They
I didn't
used
know that.
Yes, they were the first to really incorporate skincare. So when I at first went, I was like, what is It Cosmetics? A friend of mine was like, oh, I just joined It Cosmetics. I was like, sounds weird. No, thanks. You
Yeah.
know, ew. And so they were like, just come meet my friend Maria and Louise. And they're like, just come meet us, have lunch with us. And I was in another brand. I was like, I'm in Neiman Marcus.
Right, right, right,
So
right.
I met them and I was like, whatever, I'll try the product. And I tried the original CC on my skin that night, and their powders, which were made with actual silk, and the
Mm,
technology I had never felt or touched before. And at 35 is when my skin was needing
yeah.
something different,
Hmm.
and their bye under eye, and it was just this amazing hydration. And I was like, I look like I'm 12. What is this? And a few months later, I joined.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, because I was never drawn to it except for the brushes,
Oh, and the
right?
brushes
I
were,
mean, I
and
just,
again, pioneer of the brushes.
right? Oh,
The
they felt
synthetic brushes,
amazing.
they were really
Love.
one of the first to really drive that I knew of in the market that I was in, the retail world that I was in, that really drove the synthetic
Yeah.
antimicrobial, no
Yeah.
animal hair, that really kind of pushed that. And they went for like synthetic Taklon, which was the highest grade, and it was soft,
Right.
and the tips were not blunt, they were smooth, so it was smooth on the
Mhm.
skin because the founder had rosacea. So
Right. That was the story,
everything was
right?
made to be soft and kind and skin loving, and it just really was different. It was special, and I think that people forget that they were the ones that kind of brought that whole, like, let's not just make it makeup, let's make it skincare.
Yes. And what's the challenge? Like, why do people want to go to two separate lines for skincare and makeup? I find that people think like it's kind of like, oh, I do makeup and hair. Well, you can't be great at both. But like
Yeah,
it
like eating a
really
burger at a seafood restaurant, right?
right. That must be a challenge. But the it I have used the it skincare and it is really good.
It's really
Um,
good.
yeah, what
I
are some of
dabble
the ones?
everywhere. I use a little of everything. I will
Right,
tell you, I do, but like they're cream and there are things, and the science behind it is great. But I think people, yeah, like you said, people like to do like skincare from a skincare brand, makeup from
right.
a makeup brand, but they're like a really good hybrid that does
I
both
think so
well.
too. I think so too. What are like four things that like a starter should get from It
Okay.
Cosmetics?
The Confidence in a Cream Moisturizer,
Mhm. Yes, I agree to that. Yeah.
for sure. For sure. That's a beautiful moisturizer. I would definitely say I love the CC Nude Glow.
Okay.
And it has a SPF 40. Like,
Oh, that's great.
and it's
Yeah.
like in between. It's not as full coverage as the original
Uh-huh.
CC, which I think the original CC, if you need that coverage, is amazing, but not everyone needs as much coverage. So the CC Nude Glow will give you more coverage than the average tint, but
Got it.
it'll illuminate the skin, and it has SPF 40. So like, just make it easy.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely say that for me now. The Do It All concealer,
Yes, that's good.
and
Yes.
I love their balm blush. It's like a bronzer kind of vibe. It's like
What did you call it?
like a blonzer, which is like, yeah, that's a new thing. Okay, you got to get with this now. We got to be. I'm in social. I have to know the new terms.
I love it. Where have I been? Oh my God.
Where have you
Blonde.
been, girl? Okay, it's a blonzer. Get it
I
together. Don't
love
date
it.
yourself. Don't
I
date
love it. I'm
yourself.
not going to do it. I'm not going to date
Mm-mm.
myself. No, blonzer.
But a bronzer is really like a lazy gal's. It's like a blush and a bronzer in one.
I
It's like
love
a
that.
more of like a rust kind of tone, or like a
Okay.
peachy,
Yeah, I
something
like that.
warmer. So you do
Hmm.
two dots. Like for me, if I'm just doing like running out, I'm gonna do my nude glow, a little concealer, the Do It All concealer, and the bronzer. Boom, I'm out of the house.
Okay. Okay. Nice. I got it. And then what brushes do I need to get? I need to get the one that
Number
came.
seven.
Yeah,
The
okay, number
number,
7.
that's the one, the double ended.
And but the one that was at that event that put the
Oh,
concealer on, I
yes. I
use it
actually
for
had it
everything.
downstairs at my station. I even use it for contour.
Yeah, me too. I used
Contour.
today I put my whole face on with it. I don't
Oh
know
yeah.
if I'm
No,
supposed to.
I'm a one brush kind of girl too. And
Okay,
people are
yeah.
like, "Oh my God, ew, did you use the same brush?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's my face.
Yeah.
I didn't lick it. And even if I
Yes.
did, not your business." But the number seven, because it's the 2-in-1. Like
Yes, yes, yes.
if you have one brush, because one side is the little side that's designed to be like a finger so you can get into all the things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the other side just buffs everything out. So like if you had one brush, that's it. I mean, they're big powder brushes. They just feel good.
I know
They
they just
feel
feel good.
they make you happy. But if I
Yeah.
had like
They're
to do my whole
emotional.
face with one brush, it's gonna be the number seven, the double ended.
Got it. Got it. I love it. I love to have an emotional brush around. I mean,
Yeah,
just
just so like that's more just for my neck and just to feel.
yeah.
What did Jamie used to call it? Brush therapy.
Brush therapy. Yeah, that's a real thing, and
Yeah, it was brush therapy.
we all
Like
know
that big
about
giant brush. People are like, what do you do with it? I'm like, I don't know. You just like, oh,
I
nothing,
sl I
nothing
sleep
and
with it.
everything.
Sleep with it at night.
Yeah.
And then tell me, Erica, like you do so many things. What is a day like for you? Because I just am dying. Like, what was today like?
Okay,
Like,
I am. this week, that's why I'm in my t-shirt. I'm really
I love
enjoying
your
a
t-shirt.
Thank you. That's my thing, my rocker tees.
Yeah.
But I am like really enjoying this week is low key for me, and
Mhm.
I'm loving this because I have just went from like LA to Texas to Florence to Canyon Ranch to all of this. And like, I don't even know if I'm coming or going. I had a headshots yesterday because my old headshots, I have like blonde, longer hair and it doesn't look like the same anymore. So I
Yeah.
had new headshots. Okay. And then today was just very chill. I had, a call with the brand this morning, like a briefing to make sure we're on the same page. Then I do my regular daily videos. So my daily videos that I will do are always like tips and tricks. Like
Okay.
whether you shop at the dollar store or whether you shop in Neiman Marcus, I want you to be able to do my tips and tricks. So a lot of times
Mhm.
on my daily videos, I will try to focus on techniques and not products.
Yeah, I noticed that. I love that because really honestly, the only techniques that are available to us if we're on TikTok and stuff like that are usually the ones we were talking about
The
before,
wild
the
ones.
the lying people about the hacks. It's not a hack. The hack
Or
not a
everyone's like
hack.
doing this blush, and I'm like, that's from 1992. So
This thing.
we did that. I did that at like Trish McAvoy 1990.
Trish McAvoy, yes.
That's like hers. She used to do this. Okay, I
What a
learned this
planner.
there. The one that I made up, which was kind of funny, was that's really like kind
I
of
saw
viral
that
now.
one. I
I
love that.
started this trend with a bronzer and a blush. Now people do it with the blush, and they're like the new way of contouring. And I'm like, made by a 48-year-old, but
I love that. Credit me, please.
I'm like
Please.
new to you. Yeah, you don't get a lot. That's the
No.
thing about social. You just have you do get credit. You don't get credit, and I just say to myself now instead of getting annoyed, like I made that.
Yeah, yeah, I know it like making content. When I made my documentary, like people rip it off all the time and put it under their account as if they like created it's you
Yeah,
can't
it's
even worry
upsetting.
about
It's
it.
upsetting, but you
Yeah.
can't. You gotta like just put it back to the
Yeah,
universe.
yeah, yeah, yeah. At least they're
And
seeing it, yeah.
yeah, and you
Mm-hmm.
know what, Tiffany, we've been around for so long and we've
Mm-hmm.
done and tried so many things and you've been so talented since I met you in our 20s and you were such an energy and a force and
Oh, you're
just,
sweet, Erica.
confident beyond your years, right? And I guess I was too because I somehow was a trainer at 20. Like how did that happen? Which I'm still kind of like I think I peaked too soon.
No, you're
Now I'm
always an authority. Were you the oldest child?
no, younger.
Oh, such a
Younger.
leader, born leader.
I just always thought like this, and this is going to make you kind of laugh. So I was always like, I don't like people telling me what to do, right? So if you don't want people telling you what to do, well, then you got to be the boss.
Yes, that is exactly right.
You can
That
either
is
have
really
someone
good
tell you,
advice.
be the
Mm-hmm.
boss. You can either
Figure
have
out how to be the
someone tell
boss.
you what to do, or be the one that is the boss. And but I was always a kind boss. So say like,
Yeah.
you worked with me. If you
Yep.
would have one day been my boss, we would have been fine because I was cool to you.
Right. 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 It's very reciprocal. Yes. Mm-hmm. You're a perfect example of getting back all of the energy that you put out. You really are. Yeah. I'm so happy to see you thriving the way that you have been. I mean, it's amazing.
It's very bizarro land. It's really bizarro land for me because I'm like that still that like worker bee and I just started posting a few years ago just tips and tricks for fun and
Is
this
that how it grew?
oh my, it was just for fun. I didn't
Oh,
know what being an influencer was. I didn't know what a blogger was. I didn't know from podcast. I was like a retail, still in the retail grind, a regional manager, traveling, working in the stores, still doing makeup, still seeing clients, still training my teams, and, doing master classes, all the things,
yeah.
traveling. But I just started posting and it just, it resonated. And I think because there's people that are celebrity makeup artists, right? But celebrities, they get their face done, they get their facials, they get their done. They have makeup artists. But what
Yep.
about the woman that shops at Levittown Ulta?
Yep.
What about
Yep.
the woman that shops at Bloomingdale's Roosevelt Field who hasn't
Mhm.
had time to get a facial in 7 years because she was busy raising her kids and she
Mhm.
would be there with her daughter and I would sit her down and just do a little zhuzh on her and these women would get tears in their eyes because they'd be like,
Ah.
I feel pretty again. And we get to a point where you get so busy focusing on anything else that you forget about your pretty.
Mhm.
Like we're not allowed to be pretty at our age anymore, right? We're not
Mhm.
allowed to be trendy. And it's not vanity. And these messages I get that like you made me feel amazing again. You got me out of depression. I love doing makeup again. I feel pretty. And it's such a small, silly thing, but it is so much bigger when you just
Yes.
you walk a little taller, you feel a little better, and they're like, "Oh, the woman at work said the girls, young girls at work said, look, what are you doing different with your face? Look at your glowing skin. What's going on with you?" They think I've had work done, and they're just so excited, and it's like we're playing dress up again.
Yes, I love that. I mean, from COVID, I think in COVID, we all decided to like we could all just not care. And then
Yeah.
some didn't come, I didn't come back for a really long time. Like I was just like, I'm not going to come back. Like that's it. And then I was like, what the hell am I doing? I think it was like, my son said, like, Mom, are you wearing yoga pants to pick me up? Like, but they weren't yoga pants. He called them that, but they were like Gap
Well,
sweatpants.
that's like what I have on the bottom today, but it's like a roll when
Yeah,
they
but
say
like,
roll.
I mean, I was like, oh, people like he was checking
Noticing.
in on me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like, are
Like
you all
he's
right?
checking. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I was just like, okay, you know what? That wasn't my thing. Clothes weren't my thing. I didn't really care. Like, I'll still wear the Gap sweatpants. But I was like, what did I do to make myself feel better? Always, I was like, I got a haircut. Whatever, just one
We'll
thing.
get a blowout.
That yes, that pertains to you and it doesn't have to be like you don't have to look like all the other moms, you know what I mean? But like what was that one thing that made you feel ready for the day? And for me it was putting my face on, and I like started putting my face on again, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
woke
No,
up.
it's 1000%. I actually say, like, when I always say, like, let's go. And I used to say that to my team, and I kind of was always like the one that started the let's go a few years ago. And it took off, and everyone says let's go. And who can really claim that, right? Because that's like let's go is let's go. But I would always say to my sales team and whenever they were like slacking, all right, guys, let's go. Pull it together.
Yeah.
Let's go. And it's like, I would say it to myself. So you go in the mirror in the morning and you look and you're like, oh
Mm.
no. And then you put your face on and something magical happens
It
that like
does.
it's a Jedi mind trick and you're like, I can do this.
Yes, yes, yes.
You're like,
I
I got this.
I
You look and you're like,
agree.
you and me, we got this. Let's
Mm.
go.
I love that. Wait, and it's kind of like get your head in the game or anything else. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
go.
go.
I love that.
Whether it's getting your kids on the bus, getting yourself out the door, getting up for your podcast,
Yeah.
fixing up your Zoom. I was like trying to get my Zoom going, sweating. I'm like,
Oh,
got this.
I'm telling you. Yes, I think the other day I couldn't get Teams. I was telling Danielle,
Like
I
sweating.
I was sweating. I was cold. It was dripping down my back. That's
Oh,
why I will never be upset if somebody can't get their Zoom on because thought I would die because it was Teams and Teams.
Teams did me dirty recently too. I had to
Figure it out,
reload the whole
Teams.
thing. I had to reload the whole thing, and that's what I had to do with Zoom. And the Teams would not join on my phone. I could not get on. I'm sweating. You're like, what is going on? You're trying. It's the worst.
I
And it just.
hate you, Teams. Yes.
But Zoom was failing me today. They made me. I guess I hadn't used my computer in a long
That's
time,
what
so it was
happens
making me like
sometimes.
re-sign in. And I'm like, I don't remember
Hmm.
my passwords. Who does?
It could be any one of these 10 weird things.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then I decided at one point to change all my passwords so I don't get hacked, and then I don't know any of them. I'm like,
I know. I'm with you. I'm completely with you. But yes, the Teams thing, I remember, but the thing that I said to myself was, and I realized I might have been saying it out loud. I was like, do not cry. Do not cry.
I
Do
was like
not
sweating. I was like,
cry.
am I having a hot flash? Like, I didn't even know I was hot flashing. Like, where is the sweat coming from? I was like, and then my friends, can you get on? And I'm like, give me a second. I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm gonna
I
do it.
love it. I love it. Oh my gosh,
I'm so
Erica.
happy that we reconnected. I
I
feel
am
so
too.
amazing, and you're doing so amazing, and I feel
Oh, thanks,
so
Erica.
cool.
I'm so happy to reconnect after all this time. And I feel like no time has passed at all. And
No,
I love watching you on all the things. And I love that people are telling me like there's this girl, Erica Taylor, and she's like, really, she's telling me I feel like I'm not 50. I feel like I'm not 50 when I'm listening to her. I feel like I'm a normal person, you know
yeah,
what I
like
mean?
we're
And I'm like,
still relevant and we're still
yeah.
trendy.
I love it. I
I feel
love
like
it.
it was someone saying, at our age, and, I'm going to be 49 soon. And it's like, you start to feel like, remember when you hit like 35 and you're like, well, it's over
Yeah,
now.
yeah, 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 yeah.
That's it. I didn't make what
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be. And now that's it. I'm done.
No,
And
no.
you become to feel like we're invisible. And like
Yeah.
I was saying recently, it's almost like, well, we had our time. Now it's their time. But why?
I
Why can't we still
know.
have our time? And then, I just feel like let's be the role models for the ones coming behind us. Because there's the
Yes.
30-year-old that's going to be scared when she's 42, and then I'm going to be scared to be 50. But then I look at beautiful 50-year-old role models, in
Yeah.
60s that are thriving. And it's like, why do we have to just, throw in the towel and like let them, let the next generation have
Make
it.
way, make way. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. No, I totally agree. And you're very much, you embody all of that. And I'm so happy for you. And this is the first of many conversations, promise.
Yes. Yes. No,
Okay.
I'm so honored to chat with you, and sorry it took me forever to load my systems, but
Oh my
you
gosh,
know,
please. I'm so happy
yes.
to even get a piece of your day. And I'm so grateful for you coming on the podcast. And I can't wait to share all of our conversation with everybody, Erica. I'll talk to you again soon.
Yes.